Hello everyone and welcome. My name's Suzanne from Non-Stop Papercrafts. Welcome back to my craft room. So we are here today for the final flip through of my detective themed lapbook. So this has been such a wonderful journey for me. I've never made a lapbook before, so this has been really exciting and I'm so pleased with how it has come together. I have used the gorgeous papers from Victoria Designs. This is the old school detective kit. I've probably only used not even half of the papers in this kit. It is a huge kit, about 66 pages I believe, and yeah, like I said, I've barely scraped the surface. There are just so many gorgeous papers in there and they're all different sizes, which is great, so it depends on the size of the project that you're doing, and some of them are kind of cut to pockets and tucks and things like that that go along with the tutorial that is available with this kit as well. So yeah, I've not touched barely any of the kit in this, but I have absolutely loved all of the papers that I have used. I think it's all come together brilliantly. So I'm just going to give you a bit of a spin round so you can see the back again. I can remind you of that gorgeous page. But yeah, this has been absolutely brilliant. I also want to really thank everybody that has been following along. All of your comments have been fantastic. Lots of people enjoying this. I definitely want to make another lapbook, maybe using different techniques. Not necessarily using fabric as the spine, but using old book covers, but using the book cover spine. So just changing it slightly, just seeing, I don't know, there might be a different technique that I prefer doing. So yeah, absolutely want to have a go at another lapbook. So that will be coming up at some point as well. Right, let's take you on a tour of this one. So I have my string closure, so it just wraps around and this long piece of string just goes all the way around. I've done it twice just to kind of keep it closed. I've added a case number, which you may not be able to see very clearly in the camera, but I have a case number using one of those embossed label printers that I have. And then that opens up, and I've made this for a left-handed detective, so this is their notepad, and as they're looking at all the case notes they could be making their notes to the side. So this is my notepad. I can remove the pages if I untie this, and then I've got all just different types of papers and things that I can write on underneath here. This is my map of all of the different people that have been murdered in this particular detective case, and I also have a missing person. Then when we open it up again, hopefully this all fits in frame, we have this section which is all of my victims. So I have a journaling card to write on there, and then that's just got string just to hold these two pieces together. This then flips this way, and I've added some of the different tags that were in the kit, some of the smaller pieces of ephemera just tucked in each of those side pockets. And again in here I've got different parts of tickets, some tags, there's some keys, lots of different things in there. I really love these pipes that are in the kit. I think they're really cool as well. And some money, because let's face it, lots of people murder for money, so I put some money in there as well. And then this whole thing opens out, and then this is my main page with my victims. So each of my victims has this library card style pocket, and inside is a picture of the crime scene, which could be journaled on the back. There's also room to journal down here. This was my first victim, fingerprints on the back, again space to journal. And then next to each of my victims I've typed up on my typewriter a little bit of info about them, and then this could be flipped open for more journaling space. And each person is the same, so you've got their location and their card and their info that again flips out. And whoops, on this one again, the cards available to journal on with a flip out. And the last one again has fingerprints on the back And this location page is a much bigger space for writing, and that just gets tucked in that pocket. And again, some info about the victim, and then that opens up there. So that was all that side. Then on this side, these were my kind of suspects. So again, I've got some of the crime scenes in there. I've got old tickets, just some pictures which could possibly be suspects. I've got a conviction form or part of one that could be a clue. Again, a ticket, which again could be a clue. There's a big pocket to the side, which if you pull out, I have one of the journaling pages from the kit in there, which I've printed double-sided, but yeah, lots of space to journal around the gorgeous images that are in there as well. So that goes in that big pocket. And then on the other side, again, I've got a stacked pocket, which again has bits like torn tickets and fingerprints, just some old sort of like note pages, a photo. I thought these men could possibly be suspects as well. Again, some writing on the back, a police notice wanted poster, and then this I just made a kind of tall tabbed journaling card. That was some of the leftover paper from one of the other pages. So that's all that there. I decorated a little bit at the bottom here, and again we've got a nice big pocket where this time I've just put some tea stained paper, so that just goes in this side. Okay, and then we have our first suspect. So this again is a conviction form, and it's just held in with these corner tabs, and then behind I've just slotted his info and just attached some tea stained papers for some extra journaling. So that just goes underneath there. That's his info. And then just some envelopes, which again just have some of the smaller pieces of ephemerin, so some tickets and things. And I've done a little bit of stamping. We've got some money in here. And then, yeah, a smaller card of this. That's just a small version of that. That goes in there, and they all flip out. Oh, and then underneath there is a bit of journaling space as well. So that all goes over there. Then I've got my second suspect. So again, we've got one of these conviction forms. Again, we've got her details, but this one then flips up. And then there's some journaling space underneath. But hers just tucks in underneath as well. And again, this is removable. You can put anything you like within these picture corners. And she's got the same envelopes, but they flip up. And again, just put some different bits in there. So that's like a torn letter. That goes in there. Some more little tags. And the last one, again, it's a small card of that, and again some journaling space. So that's her 3 envelopes. And then there's a big pocket at the back which has our journal. So I've decorated the front of this, so just again using some of the elements that are in the kit. I love these like ledger papers and a couple of the tickets and the key and this magnifying glass. So this is actually a close-up of the men here. That's those. And then, yeah, this was just made out of a paper bag. And these are all the pages. So I've roughly torn the edges along the edge just to make it look a bit more worn. On some of the pages that were quite busy, I just had sewn over some tea stained paper just so there's extra writing space. That's that lady's conviction form again. But I just absolutely love all of these pages. I just think they're absolutely brilliant and make a wonderful detective journal. So again, just added some tea stained paper. Sewn a bit at the top because again this was quite a busy page, but I love all these fingerprint charts. I think they're brilliant. And that's actually got a couple of pages there. Lots of blank space. And again, some tea stained pages there. But I love that there's a good mix in here. So you've got some very busy pages with big adverts on, and then you've got other pages that are nice and blank and have lots of space for writing. So this is a brilliant page. So you can have such fun, I think, with these journal pages. I've really enjoyed using this kit, I must admit. This has been absolutely brilliant. Yeah, hopefully that's a really good tour of all of the papers that are in the kit. I kept the back open because I wanted some extra space to put some bits. So I've got one of the newspaper articles that I've printed double-sided, but again I thought that could be used for journaling, and just some tea stained paper, and I slot those in the back, and that's the journal done. And that just slots in the back there. All of this side then closes, and then we wrap it round like that. Okay, and that is my detective Lapbook. So again, I want to thank everybody that has been watching along and possibly even building along. It has been brilliant reading your comments. You all seem quite excited about the project, which has been really, really good. As I said, it wasn't really a tutorial because I've never made one before, so this was definitely an experience for me. There are definitely some things that I would change. While I think the tape was really, really good for the spine because I love the feel of it, it's quite strong. I think it just didn't give me enough scope for a wider spine, and I think this project definitely could have done with a little bit extra spine. So if I did do one again using fabric on my spines, I would probably just use proper fabric rather than a fabric tape, because I'm obviously only restricted to the width of the tape. So yeah, that would be my only thing if I was doing a fabric spine again, is I would use a different fabric, because I think I could have done with a wider spine for this. I mean, it is quite compact in there, as you can see. I don't think I'll be able to get too much more different bits of ephemera and things in there. So yeah, it definitely could have done with a slightly wider spine, just so I could add some more bits to it. Well, that's all from me. I hope you've enjoyed the flip through and the series, the build along. If you are not already a subscriber, I really hope that you do choose to subscribe, because as I say, I would definitely like to have a go at another Lapbook. So if you've enjoyed this series, you will hopefully enjoy the next one. I also have a lot of other ideas of different projects that I want to do. So again, if you are subscribing, make sure you click that bell button so you are notified of any new crafty videos I release. Well, that's all from me today. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful crafty day, and I will see you in the next video. I'll see you later now. Bye bye.